What up, what up, what up, guys? Mad Viking back. Finally with something new. This is wrestling news rumors. And also a reminder about my giveaway. I don't know what you guys are doing, but a lot of you are sitting on your hands. I had more entries by now for my first giveaway at 50 than I do at 270 something. So, if you missed my giveaway video, there's a reminder. Go back and watch it. Go and enter. Do it now. You have another week. I might be lenient and give you a few more extra days. But it's not going to be my fault that you missed this. It's going to be an easy giveaway for all the people who already entered then. Trying to be nice and generous, but you know, you don't watch, you sleep, sit on your hands. It's not my fault. So anyway, I want to get into some wrestling news. There's a lot of, some of this is old, a lot of this is, whoops, so a lot of this is brand spanking new. Let's start off with Matt and Rebby. Rebby just gave birth the other day to her son, Wolfgang Xavier Hardy, and I guess they're going to call him Wolfie, because at first they were saying it was Wolfgang Xavier Hardy, and I was like, that's crazy. But I'm assuming because Wolfie was in abbreviations or whatever, that's going to be his name, his nickname. Already he sounds like a wrestler's name, doesn't he? And I was starting to think about that. I'm like, well, Matt now has 2 sons, and Jeff has 2 daughters. Now I'm like, somewhere down the line, what, 20 years? Well, yeah, I'd say 20 years from now, we might start seeing a new batch of Hardys showing up on the scene. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe as a unit. Who knows? So, you know, I'm going to be, I don't know how old I'll be then. But you know, one of those Hardys is going to become a wrestler. Max already has his first win at age 1, so, you know, look forward to that. In the case, if you've been under a rock, of course, Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella recently gave birth to their daughter, which kind of sucks. I was hoping it'd be a son, but I'm sure they'll have more kids. Birdie, it's a girl. And of course, there's rumors when Daniel Bryan's contract's over with, he's going back to wrestling. And chances are it's not going to be for the WWE. And I'm wondering if that's why he hasn't been on TV. It's been at least a month, if not 2, since Brie gave birth. And I know that's why the Hardys are off TV right now. And that's why they lost the belts to Sheamus and Cesaro, because Rebby was about to pop and they wanted to be there for it. Not that the WWE was ready for them to lose the title. So it's interesting. Baron Corbin is rumored to be winning Money in the Bank. This is all part of his 2-year-long mystery push that really hasn't been a push. So if he wins this, okay, great, he gets the crate. Personally, with all the people in the match, I'd rather see AJ win it, build his legacy, and get another round with the title, or Nakamura. Originally, it was supposed to be Nakamura winning it, and they've already written Nakamura off. I wouldn't say they've buried him, but I guess they've already changed their mind. And who else is in that match? I think Ziggler. I don't know. Owens. But Owens ain't gonna win. He's already got a title. But like I said, I'd rather see AJ, Nakamura. I don't know. Corbin. There's a reason why they're not pushing him. There's a reason why he's not winning. It's because somebody isn't impressed with him. He's got a good look, but they already have Baron Corbin 2.0 rolling out, and his name is Aleister Black. So I don't know. Baron Corbin better start doing something, or I think he's going to be buried real soon. All right. A bunch of news on the injury front and returns. Emma's back from injury. I think she's already doing house shows. Summer Rae was cleared weeks, if not months ago. She was supposed to be replacing Emma, but I don't think she's ever made a TV return. She's still around, if you're wondering. Yeah, she was, because there was a rumor for a while that she was gone from the company. Ruby Riott, NXT new superstar, was busted open, and the match had to be stopped, and she was carried out of the ring at the Download Festival in England. She was fighting Asuka, and Asuka bloodied her pretty good. And it's rare for a ref to stop a match, but I guess in these days they don't. I saw a picture of her. She seemed fine, but she was busted open. But, you know, 15 years ago, that was the match. You keep going. Mark Andrews, ex-TNA star, Impact star, he was recently injured at an NXT house show. I didn't even know they still had him on payroll. I thought they just signed him for that European Championship tournament thing. But I can't believe he still has a job. I was shocked they ever hired him. WWE has also been raiding rosters again. I'll start with TNA. If you don't know, they signed Marty Bell, which I've never been impressed with, and Jade. Both are supposed to be entered in the Mae Young tournament. They signed Gunner, which I think is cool, but I think the dude's like 36 or 37. He's got a great look. He looks like a killer. They also signed Crazy Steve, which pissed me off. Not that I think he's like main event talent, but I really loved Decay. I thought Decay was great. That was one of Impact's greatest creations in the last couple of years. And they signed Steve, and I think they did that just to break them up. But supposedly, Stephanie McMahon is super high on Crazy Steve, and can't wait for him to join the company, because I guess he's blind? Legally blind, or it's colorblind, I can't remember. And when he's in the ring, he has to wear special contacts just so he can see enough. And, of course, Stephanie McMahon sees dollar signs and promotion behind that. Something that the WWE can get behind and, like, you know, use it to their advantage. So Steve, I don't know if he's going to go to NXT or if he's going to be on the main roster. And I doubt he'll be Crazy Steve. Let's see. The Rock is still kicking around. He's playing with it. He doesn't let it die. That he's going to run for office in the next 3.5 years at the next election. But he plays coy that he says 3.5 years is still a long time away. But never say never. I think, honestly, he's going to do it. I don't think Kanye is going to do it. Kanye can't even run his freaking clothing line. I don't know who the hell he thinks is going to vote for him. This one's old. Baylor was hinting at the Bullet Club reunion with him, Gallows, and Anderson. There was an old photo shoot of them together that none of the prints got to air, but it's recently been leaked. Well, if he didn't want to join the Bullet Club with AJ and them before, why would you do it now? Other than if he's going to win the belt, then they're going to be like his protectors, like they wanted to do with AJ when it first started. Otherwise, I think it'd be a waste of time. They're not really doing anything with the Bullet Club now. I still say they just signed the Bullet Club to get those guys out of the Bullet Club. Just like they've signed just about anybody they could from the Bullet Club. They still haven't signed Adam Cole, even though it was rumored they were. He's still hanging, but I think they're doing that so they don't have to pay him any decent money. But Adam Cole's still showing up weekly on Ring of Honor, so I don't think he cares anymore, to tell you the truth. CM Punk, this was a little bit old too, was offered $1 million to come out of retirement and wrestle for the 5-star wrestling promotion in England. And this offer is legit, it's real. This is the same company. They got Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Kurt Angle versus Cody Rhodes. They pay money. They get people over there. But it was supposed to be like a 100-man tournament, and they wanted CM Punk in it. Who the hell is bankrolling that? And it was supposed to be all the top indie stars and ex-WWE guys they could find, TNA guys. But the offer's still on the table, but I've recently read the tournament is no longer happening. But $1 million to come out and wrestle. But then again, he got half of that to go have his UFC fight, and he's still in UFC, signed to 3 or 4 more fights. So, but when those 3 or 4 fights are over, that could be 10 years from now. No one's going to be offering CM Punk $1 million 4 or 5 years. He's in his late 30s too, so he needs to think about what he's going to be doing seriously. And when that offer came out, Marty Scurll of Bullet Club recently joined Bullet Club. He kicked Adam Cole out, said he wants to fight CM Punk. Do we see this happening? No, but he laid his cards down. He let the world know it. Conor McGregor agrees to fight Floyd Mayweather in a straight-up boxing match. I know they were trying to get McGregor for WrestleMania. I don't know if he was going to fight anybody, but they wanted him to at least show up. But somebody's... Conor McGregor, I'm sure, is going to make a couple million out of this. Floyd Mayweather will take everything else. But it'll be interesting to see if this little boy with the big mouth can fight Mayweather. Mayweather just basically jabs and runs away from you the whole match. McGregor is going to go after him full bore. And he can get his ass knocked out real quick doing that. No match, the purse or the terms have not been released yet or where it's going to be. But they've signed a contract. Al Snow was recently arrested for like a decade-old broken taillight ticket or something. he looked pretty pissed in his arrest record. You remember a couple months back, X-Pac was arrested at the airport. He was supposed to have all these drugs on him, like pop brownies and acid or something, and a bunch of these pills. But he was swearing up and down none of them were for him, and that it's not what it seems. And I didn't believe it at the time. X-Pac's totally exonerated, no charges filed. Either he got a really good lawyer, or I guess he was telling the truth. Because I don't think you can fly across the ocean with pop brownies, let alone drugs. So I don't know how he got his little ass out of that one. Steve-O, just for shits and giggles, recently was doing an interview, and he brought up at the time when the Jackass guys were on Raw, special guest hosts, and they got into a scruff with Umaga. And Steve-O, of course, says he doesn't know wrestling, doesn't watch it, he thinks it's stupid, but he didn't know how it works. So when Umaga started laying people out, Steve-O, and I do remember it, was just flopping around the ring and not exactly selling. And he admitted it in this interview. So he said Umaga came over again, started really laying into him, and then he did some whatever move, I don't have it written down, that legitimately knocked Steve-O out. And he said after that, he respects wrestling. And I thought that was kind of funny, because you could probably find that on the network. Steve-O was not selling. And Umaga was not going to be disrespected. Eva Marie, not returning to Divas. I guess she's pursuing an acting career. We'll see how that goes. Not that I just started watching Divas again. I shouldn't say again, but I've never, prior to this year, I had only seen about 2 episodes, and she just seemed like dead weight on it. I know there's more on here. Kelly was supposed to join Divas, but when, I guess, her contract negotiations fell through, she didn't want to come back to the company, and then they dropped her from Divas. So I guess that's what happened to her during WrestleMania or something, because she was supposed to had been signed with the company for a 3-year deal, and she was going to appear at WrestleMania with Eva Marie and supposedly Victoria and Marina Kanellis and that big Chicks Women match. Remember when it was open to anyone? Well, all that fell through, but we never got an explanation for it. But that's at least an explanation for Kelly. Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax are both supposed to be starring in the series Divas as well, with the Bellas either disappearing or their role greatly reducing. Paige's future on that show still is, they don't know. But in my eyes, I think they're just waiting for this Rock Paige movie to be done with, and I think they're going to cut her loose. Even though I know the WWE sees dollar signs with her, she's young, they could have her around for 15, 20 years. She's doing everything humanly possible to get fired. All she wants to do is hang off the arm of Alberto Del Rio. Even when this first started, she said she was TNA bound. So I don't see her staying around long. And even though I know the porno page stuff has kind of been swept under the rug now, you don't hear anything about it with Xavier when he comes out. And that's a guy too that I just, I'm surprised he didn't get a divorce, because he was married. He's been married for like 10 years, has kids, and I don't care when that was in that video, he was married at the time. So how did he get out of that? Not getting divorced and getting his, I'm sure he got his ass beat. WWE signs female ref Kanada Brink. I think she's already starting in NXT, but she's a young hot chick. I've seen her picture. Not that I'm saying chicks can't be refs, but I don't know. I guess she'll be the female refs, because what are you going to do? You're going to have that's going to end any sort of ref bump with guys and stuff. Let me see. WWE signs top women's wrestler Lo Sharia from the Stardom promotion. They've already signed another top female from that, and both of those girls are supposed to be entered in the Mae Young tournament as well. And also this Australian female star named Viper. All I've seen is like a headshot of her, and you can tell she's a big girl. I don't know how big girl. I don't know how, by height, I'm saying big girl. And I don't know when that tournament's going to be, and they really haven't released who's in it yet, other than like what I've said so far in this tape. Gail Kim talks about potentially returning to the WWE. Do I see it happening? I don't know how old she is, but she still can certainly go. The WWE had her, 8-10 years ago, and they did nothing with her. They signed her away from TNA, and I wouldn't even say they jobbed her out. She was never on TV. I'm sure she got paid really well. She talks about who she'd like to fight. Her dream match is against Charlotte. Those two could have a really good match. I'd pay to see it. The Rock hosted the season finale of SNL, and there was some pretty controversial skits. One skit in particular, he was like supposed to be doing a boner pill commercial, and for whatever reason, he just spit out "Hail Satan," and it pissed a lot of people off. And to me, what did "Hail Satan" have anything to do with boner pills? It just, I don't know. And there was a bunch of other questionable. It wasn't his best show, and he's been on it 5 times, his best appearance. So I don't know what to think. You can probably find it on YouTube, make up your own opinions. Fans of Southpaw Regional Wrestling, there is more to come. It's going to live on. I guess they really didn't do that many episodes because I guess I saw them all on that first night when I talked about it months back. So that's good. It was pretty funny. Some parts were pretty funny. WWE is second-guessing their babyface turn of Charlotte Flair. Duh. Especially it doesn't make any sense. She hated Becky Lynch. She destroyed Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch goes to SmackDown, wins the female title. Charlotte comes over and they're, hey! Doesn't make any sense. And I could get why the welcoming committee would hate her. Becky Lynch should be on the welcoming committee. It makes no sense whatsoever. Charlotte had no ties really to Charlotte, to Naomi, so I could see them buddy, but she's pissed on everybody else, so how do you, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But they're not changing it either, so. New Japan Pro Wrestling reveals a new United States Championship belt. They're having a tournament for it in the winter. Can't even tell you who's in it. But I think that's pretty cool, considering they're teamed up with Ring of Honor. Probably would be nice to have a United States title. Missed the host of a reunion show for the Invasion of the Champions special. And I think that's already started, actually. Oh, there it is. The women's tournament is announced for the summer to be taped July 13th through 14th and held on the network as a special, the Mae Young tournament. That's what I'm talking about. I'm assuming when R-Truth loses this feud with Goldust, he's supposed to be hosting a WWE Network game show. No word on what it will be. If you don't know, R-Truth is 51 years old. He can still wrestle, but apparently the WWE likes him, but they got to start letting some talent go. But I guess they're going to do this with him. Most stuff on the network, it doesn't matter how funny it is, they only seem to do a season of it. Where's the next season of Christian and Edge? But anyway, at least that's something for a show to do. I know I got more. There we go. WWE was copyrighted for the use of the Great Balls of Fire words. Not even. I don't know about the song, but the use of the poster, Great Balls of Fire, was copyrighted back in the '60s by the guy who sang it. I can't think of his name right now, and I'm sure his family came down on them hard. I have recently, if you've seen the commercial or the preview for it, the trailer, they actually play the song in it too. I'm sure that was all part of the lawsuit. They got charged. They had to play the song too as well. Because if you play the song and use the words, you got to pay some fees. The WWE even changed the poster. If you didn't see the poster, I don't know whose bright idea that was. Great Balls of Fire. Well, if you didn't see it, it was basically a shooting, flaming dong going across the poster. And a lot of people noticed it. They did change the poster. I haven't seen what the new one looks like. But how in the hell that got past anybody is beyond me. WWE is happy with Elias Sampson's initial run so far, and he's going to be gifted a feud with Ambrose, a long-running feud. I will say this, like, he got a better reaction than I thought he would get. He's pretty much loathed. He was loathed in NXT. So, but he's going to be loathed on the roster too. He's going to keep doing what he's doing. And obviously Vince is very happy with it. Strowman is rumored to be returning magically at the end of June, going back after Roman Reigns. The reason why Aries lost this the breakaway match feud with Neville was because he already went into that match injured. That is coming out after this pay-per-view. And he was initially going to take some time off, potentially do a character revamp, which I think is stupid. You just got on the roster. And the rumors were he was going to leave 205 and go on the main roster, which I could see in a year, I guess, from now. But I don't know how old he is. I know he's been wrestling for quite some time. But I don't like seeing him in the cruiserweights. Let him win the belt. Let him pat his trophy case. But he shouldn't be there. And after a while, either should Neville. But I don't think he's taking any time off now. He's just going to bear and grin it. Who's blackmailing Angle? There's supposed to be 5 potential candidates. One is supposed to be Mick Foley coming back for vengeance, to possibly get his job. Do I think that's happening? No. It's possibly rumored to be Vince for some past discretion, like maybe how he left the company. Because the ratings are tanking, and all the McMahons can think of, the show needs us! Well, every time the ratings tank, it needs more Vince. It needs more staff. Bring back the Authority. No, we don't need 30 minutes of the McMahons every show. That's one thing they don't ever seem to grasp until they're literally being booed off the stage or the ring. And then they disappear for a few months, and then they come right back. This has probably been the longest in a while that they've disappeared. Another name possibly being Triple H. And Steph. Triple H's beef would be because if you remember the feud back in the day with Angle and Angle kissing Steph, that's supposedly going to be the launching pad for it, and it's supposed to lead to Triple H and Steph coming back with Triple H landing some matches on pay-per-views because SummerSlam's coming and he wants his SummerSlam paycheck. So chances are it's Triple H and Stephanie or one or the other. It doesn't matter. Either one shows up, the other one's going to show up. Fashion Files is a WWE office favorite and will live on in making more videos. Who's jumping Enzo? Well, the rumor was it was Cass, but now who's jumping Cass? The rumor was they're going to split those guys up and Cass is going to start his singles run. They've done nothing in the tag team scene. They're popular because of Enzo's gimmick. I will admit he did look like, it reminded me of Kevin Nash when he was running around in his black swath shirt looking for Enzo's assassin. But I don't think he's ready for a singles run. Yeah, he's young. He's in pretty good shape. I don't know. Give this guy another year. Let him build something. I don't know. Get a tag team belt under their freaking belt, waist or something. But I don't think that's going to happen now. And they were going to break up Enzo, and possibly Enzo was supposed to go to 205 Live. I could see it, but they've already damaged Enzo so badly. I don't know what it is. He's just. They might as well hire the Cobra dude back and let him take that role. I'm like, what has Enzo done to anybody? It annoys me when he's constantly just being beaten up and he gets no comeuppance off of it. So who's ever... it was supposed to be the Revival at one point, but I already think they backed away from that. I don't know. I don't know where this is going. Rumor is that WWE is going to start putting women on 205 Live because those ratings are so bad on the network. And they're already starting to do it with Sasha Banks. What do I think of this? I don't know. Put on better cruiserweight matches, for one. I've been saying it for a while. They're not having cruiserweight matches. They're having little guy matches. Well, this is not Monday Nitro cruiserweight matches we're watching. This isn't even WWE's golden era of cruiserweights. This isn't even the X Division cruiserweight stuff we're watching. It's just boring. The closest guy that was doing anything to it was Cedric Alexander, and he's out hurt. Grand Metalik, when I see him on NXT house shows, he tries. I don't know. I'm not even sure he's on the roster anymore, but they don't have cruiserweight matches. They just call it cruiserweight wrestling. That could be one reason why it's not doing well. Russo has reached out to Vince McMahon recently, asking to help with the product, to help with the sagging ratings. And in case you don't know, both shows' ratings have plummeted greatly, if not by half. And there's rumors they're going to lose their TV deals. And if they lose their TV deals, it would become a straight network product. that I heard they would split up and you would pay to see them other than what you pay now. All I know is it's time for a new era. This era sucks. I know their biggest revenue is the show, but I also think WWE stretched out too much. Do they really need an English Champions division? I know they're in India and they're thinking about starting a product there too, some sort of division. They have way too many announcers. They have way too many interviewers. How many backstage interviewers do we need? We need 2 announcers tops sitting out there at ringside. All those spots are taking up wrestler spots. And I don't think... They call this their biggest roster ever. Yeah, it is, but the WWE's never had monster rosters. And when you look at it and you break down both rosters, they're not that big. They're not that diverse. We see the same people every week. It's old. It's boring. They're not doing anything exciting. Yeah, they're bringing in new faces. They bring them in and instantly bury them. They need to, like I said, this needs a new era. The PG era needs to die a horrible death. I'm not saying start swinging chairs and barbed wire around, but they could certainly up their game in the ring. I'm tired of basically watching house show matches on TV. We get Raw, and we get 1 good match, maybe 2 a week, maybe. SmackDown tries a hell of a lot harder, and they are beating Raw in the ratings the majority of the time, but their ratings are down too. The WWE needs to rethink their creative. I'm not saying either that, hey, they should hire Russo back, but the Golden Era was a lot of Russo's ideas. But I know people are going to say, well, so was it in TNA. It's true to a point, but Jeff Jarrett also had his way. They had Dutch Mantel over there at the same time. They all had their own visions. They're all whatever. Cornette was there screwing things up at the time, too. I say it wouldn't hurt. I know Vince contacted him. There's never been said anything what he said to him. But I would say let the guy write some scripts for some people and see how it goes. You don't even have to say you hired the guy. He can be an outside consultant. You don't even have to bring him into the freaking creative meetings. Just let him try. I mean, let Heyman write some scripts for Christ's sake. The short time back in the day when he was writing for creative for SmackDown, they were destroying Raw. And how did they reward him? They fired him because he was showing up Stephanie McMahon on a weekly basis, who is the head of SmackDown. So, you know, ratings, I guess, are really bad. They're in like the 2s. A couple of times they actually dipped under the 2s. But that's up to them. That's what they got to work through. I really don't want to see the shows go to the network. I can tell you that. I DVR my shit and I try to watch it, if not later that night, the next night, or whatever. But I don't have anything backed up right now, and I used to have episodes of SmackDown backed up forever. SmackDown used to be the C show for me, especially after they got rid of the Wyatts. I watch SmackDown, and I basically record Raw. So what does that tell you? And even though they took Bray from SmackDown and moved to Raw. That's it for now, guys. Hit like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you haven't hit that notifications button, hit it. I seem to have gotten all my subscribers back or new subscribers. I'm actually a couple up from my last number when I started making the Backlash videos, and I lost 6 in a video. So welcome new people, or welcome the old ones back. Like I said, I've got a giveaway. Watch my giveaway 250 video if you haven't seen it. Enter to win. It's free stuff. You want Shinsuke Nakamura? Finding moments? Go and enter. I'm shocked how slow the entries have come in. They're trickling in. So, like I said, you got another week, and if I feel froggy or whatever, I'll give you a couple more days after that. But I don't want to hear any whining and complaining when a month from now you see the video and whatever. You know, it's not my fault. So, to enter, what was it? Hit like on that video. Subscribe the 250 subscriber video. Hit like, leave the comment. I entered, and you have to be a subscriber. And that's it. And then I do the giveaway, and if you win, we'll figure it out. The contact information swap. All right. Now my brain is getting soggy, so I guess it's time to get off. Like I said, go enter. Thanks for watching this. Hit like. subscribe, leave a comment. Mad Viking. Peace.